Hi, I'm Valerie. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm completing my series on how to use the five in a row books in a co-op setting, and I'm sharing with you one that's appropriate for the upcoming holiday. And no, I don't bypass Thanksgiving and go right to Christmas. It is about Thanksgiving. Cranberry Thanksgiving by Wende and Harry Devlin. I love Thanksgiving. It's a very low-key holiday that often gets overlooked. I love Christmas also, but I do want to give Thanksgiving its fair share of time and celebration. And so this book is one that I have been reading with my children since my oldest daughter was about 4 years old, 4 or 5. I was able to locate it at a library, and because at that time it was out of print. When the five in a row unit studies really took off, and the books became popular, they started printing a lot of the books that were out of print, and this is one of the ones they started printing again, Cranberry Thanksgiving. And when I was able to get a new copy, I did just that. I got my own hardback copy, and I've been enjoying it with my children ever since, and it's a beloved classic, and you just have to read it. You need to know about Maggie and Grandma and Mr. Whiskers. Your kids will love it. You should read it whether you do five in a row books or not. You need to enjoy this book for Thanksgiving or any time of year. And there are actually several that are holiday themed. There's a Cranberry Christmas, which I own. I believe there's one about Valentine's Day, and there may be a few others as well. So you need to check that out. Those would probably be out of print, so you'd have to find them used. But it's a really sweet series. The artwork on these pages is wonderful. Just to give you kind of an idea, I'll show you a few of you can see here, I love the way her dress is the detail in that. It's wonderful. And so anyway, I think you'll enjoy the pictures, you'll enjoy the story. We did this story this past week in our co-op. It was our last time to meet together for this semester because we take off for the holidays. And so I wanted to do this story. It was perfect timing. And we read the story. Before we read the story, I did go over a few of the words that are in the book so the kids would be familiar with them. Words like aura and bog, because it's about a cranberry bog. We talked about exquisite and different words like that, turnips. And so we went over some of the words and what they mean. And then we read the story, which we all really enjoyed. And then I had this little craft that we did. It's a kit that I got. Sorry about the lighting in here today. It's a kit that I got from Hobby Lobby. And you can see it is a little turkey. And this piece is one piece here. And then all of the feathers are just peel and stick. They come in these different colors, and you put two of each color on any way you want. Then the turkey body goes on next, and it's also peel and stick. And then his little hat is peel and stick. And then the back, where his body hangs down, that's sticky as well. And you're supposed to stick this little clothespin, this mini clothespin on there. I've made these before in past years, and this clothespin will come off. The sticky turkey is not strong enough to really hold it in place. So I put a dot of glue on the back, some Elmer's glue, and secured that a little better so it would last longer. And they can clip it on their schoolwork or on their pencil holder, or I don't know. I clipped mine on I have a wire rack that holds file folders, and I clipped mine on one of my file folders, and so he's a nice little Thanksgiving touch that your students can take home or your kids can make. Very easy to do. I was a little worried about how much time everything would take. I didn't have any printables for this lesson at all. In fact, I can't link to anything except maybe where I printed out the recipe for the cranberry bread, because this story is all about cranberry bread that grandmother makes. It's famous cranberry bread, and the recipe's right on the back, so it's really not a big secret. But I made some copies. You can make copies of this, or it's online and you can print it off and give that out. But I did do that, but after we made the turkey, we read the story, made the turkey, I had made at home a batch of grandmother's famous cranberry bread, and I brought a little taste for every student. I made really small portions because I wasn't sure how first through third graders would like cranberry bread. It has a little bit of a tang to it. Cranberries are tangy. And so some of them loved it, wanted thirds. They definitely want to take the recipe home to their parents, so that made me happy. Some of them didn't like it too much, but they still took the recipe home. Now there's two ways you can make it. You can make it with all cranberries, or you can make it with some cranberries and also raisins. I haven't tried doing it with the raisins, but I'm going to make that with my family this week. We're going to try it with the raisins, and we may really find that we like it that way as well. I don't know what that'll do. It'd probably maybe make it a little sweeter. I don't know. We'll see. But I enjoyed it with just the cranberries. My kids here at home enjoyed it with just the cranberries. So we all had a snack of cranberry bread. And we spent the last few minutes of class sharing some things that we were thankful for. If you needed to fill some more time, you could take a piece of construction paper and fold it in half and trace the student's hand. And then they could color and make their hand a turkey. I don't have an example of that to show you, but it's a very simple little craft you can do. The thumb would be the face of the turkey, so you draw a little beak and an eye and the little goblet thing or whatever that is that hangs down on the neck. And then you can color the fingers to be the feathers, and this is the body. The palm of the hand would be the body. And then on the inside, they can write things they're thankful for, maybe make a card for mom or dad or grandma or grandpa. So that's another idea that's very simple. You just need construction paper and crayons and your hand to make that one work. So I hope these ideas were helpful, and I hope you've enjoyed my 5 in a row series. Obviously, I have titled everything for you to use in a co-op or a class setting, but these are ideas you can certainly do with just your little one at home or 2 or 3 of your kids at home. It doesn't have to be a classroom. These are just some resources that I found online, some for free, some I've paid a little bit of money to get the download, like from Teachers Pay Teachers. I've bought some craft supplies, so there's been a little expense involved, but not much. And a lot of these things you can do for free or just do on your own at home, make them work for you. The 5 in a row material, the actual book 5 in a row, has tons of ideas and suggestions. I highly recommend it if you haven't looked at it to take a look at it. It might be something you would find very useful in your homeschool. So I hope these have been helpful tips. I will link the playlist for all of these videos in the description box below. And I appreciate your watching. If you've never watched before, thank you for joining me. If you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe, leave me a comment or a question. I've been homeschooling for 16 years. I have 5 children. My oldest graduated in 2017, and then I have a senior graduating in 2020. I also have a 9th grader, a 7th grader, and a 4th grader. So I don't know everything, but I'd be happy to share what experience I do have with you if you have any questions, or if you have suggestions for me of something I can try, please share them. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great day.